You're watching Longshot TV, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need.
Wow, looks like you got all you can handle.
Look at the teeth on that sucker.
Sit down, gotta go right here. Another great job by the Longshot crew. Now this is exciting.
When they aren't fishing the open water of the Atlantic, you can find the crew of Longshot TV in the woods, chasing monster whitetail. From the Carolinas to the Midwest, these guys are through and through outdoorsmen who love to pattern mature bucks.
Wait, there he is. Big buck, big buck.
This is what hunting's all about, guys.
Shaking just a little bit.
This is why I lost sleep last night. Absolute stud.
Dude. We just killed a freaking stud. I'm on pins and needles up here. You never know what's going to show up.
I mean, I could not be happier.
Excited.
South Carolina isn't exactly known for producing monster bucks, but with minimal hunting pressure, the odds of seeing a decent-sized buck are pretty good. With a long hunting season and liberal bag limits, South Carolina will give you plenty of opportunities to fill your freezer and have a great time doing it. Whitetail season is just getting started for Chris and Adam. Today, they have tucked away in a ground blind in the South Carolina woods, hoping to catch a glimpse of a big buck Chris has been patterning for several years.
It was mid-September, and one morning Adam said, "Let's go this morning." I said, "Well, it's raining. I don't know if we can go. I don't want to get the camera equipment wet." He looked at his radar. I looked at my radar, and we had a little opening. So we met, and we hiked probably about a half a mile back over into a little dome tent that I had set up for this deer.
After sitting a while and not seeing much, Adam spots a big dark-antlered bruiser headed right for their ground blind.
Adam nudged me and said, "Wow, that's him." I couldn't even see the deer. Adam's filming the deer out of the side of the blind. All of a sudden I see him, and he's coming in to where we're going to get a great shot at him.
The Kaiser buck has finally shown himself, but he didn't stay alive this long by making mistakes.
I needed him to take one or two more steps to get perfectly broadside. I pulled the bow back, and as I was pulling the bow and arrow back, the arrow squeaked off the side of the rest. The deer knew something was wrong. He didn't know we were in there, and he left view from where I could see him.
After seeing their prize take off, the desire to stick out the hunt is fading fast. But the choice to sit just a little longer has paid off. The Kaiser buck is back. But once again, this old bruiser senses something isn't right, and he disappears back into the thick woods of South Carolina.
That was the last time I saw the Kaiser buck. What an incredible buck. Hunted him for 3 different years, and what an awesome deer. I really didn't have any other deer on my hit list, and I called up my father in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I said, "Jack, it's time for us to head west."
To keep up with all the hunting action, check us out on the web. Longshot TV is being presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need. Boss Buck Non-Typical, now you're getting serious. Matthews Bows, catch us if you can. Millennium Tree Stands, pioneers of the exceptional hunting experience. Retreat Myrtle Beach, full-service sales and vacation rentals. Ask about our Longshot TV discount. Voyager Deep Sea Fishing and Dolphin Cruises, the finest fleet in the Myrtle Beach area. And by Yellowfin, build your legacy. Missouri is a sleeper state for big bucks, and the Kaiser boys are headed that way, looking for their next trophy. Many wilderness areas in Missouri are still mostly untouched by human presence, which is precisely the kind of environment that big bucks need to truly thrive.
After getting all settled in Missouri, my dad and I actually put out about 6 or 7 different stands, had everything set up, really didn't look at the property really hard. We just kind of hit the highlights of where we thought the deer were actually should be moving.
This is our 4th day. Missouri is not really producing much this year. I think the blue tongue has blue-tongued Missouri out of here.
After about a week of trail cams and not seeing any large bucks, I told my dad, I said, there's just no big bucks here.
Blue tongue or hemorrhagic disease can have significant short-term impacts on a deer herd, but has never been shown to have long-term effects on deer populations. The symptoms of blue tongue include fever, reduced activity, and swollen neck, tongue, or eyelids. Because sick deer are feverish, they are often found near water.
The deer population here in Missouri has went way down. Blue tongue has hit this area. A lot of the areas where there's ponds, stagnant water, I think the Missouri Department said that's where the main, where they actually, I guess, got the disease from. Here's a pond. I just walked out of where I was hunting, and beautiful pond here, and I come across a pretty nice buck. Big 10-point. Pretty sad here in Missouri, but that's the way it goes. Mother Nature, there's probably an over-influx of deer. Mother Nature is probably their way of lowering the deer herd population.
We only had about 3 or 4 days left on the hunt before we traveled to Ohio. I get my first glimpse at a fairly nice deer.
We're in an area where I saw a big buck yesterday. Starting to rain. I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to film. We'll try to coax him in with a doe bleat and a buck grunt. Well, he wasn't a monster, but he is a Missouri buck. Hit him a little bit. I think he hit him a little bit forward. Hopefully made a pretty good shot on him. Wow. Had to shoot through some brush. Filming. And filming a buck solo hunting is tough. Looked like the swacker did his job. Trail him up. I guess we could probably find him with the swack master.
Had a tough time, found a lot of dead deer. Blue tongue has been pretty rampant up here. We changed farms from the farm that we are on and got lucky this morning and actually shot 11-pointer. He's probably a 3.5-year-old deer. Not the biggest deer I've ever shot, but he probably weighs at least a couple 100 pounds. But made a good shot on him, solo hunting in northeastern Missouri.
Well, after ending on a positive note there in Missouri, my father and I were looking forward to hunting with Wade and Ryan up at Tine Outfitters.
After a long week in Missouri, Chris and Jack are excited to hit the road to Ohio to hunt with Wade and Ryan at Tine Outfitters, located in Logan County. This portion of Ohio has produced some record-setting bucks. Chris and Jack can only hope that they get a shot at a big Ohio bruiser. To keep up with all the hunting action, check us out on the web. You're watching Longshot TV, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need. Logan County, Ohio is one of the best locations in the country to hunt big, mature bucks, and Tine Outfitters is smack dab in the heart of this whitetail mecca. Earlier in the season, Ryan Thompson, one of the owners of Tine Outfitters and part of the Longshot crew, was able to take an afternoon and finally enjoy a hunt for himself. Unfortunately, he didn't have a camera with him when he got the chance to take a really nice buck.
I just shot a nice 10-point. It's real windy today, and I just turned around and looked over my left shoulder, and he was about 30, maybe 40 yards, just come out of the tree line, and really caught me by surprise, and it looked like a good shot. So I seen him go down in the creek, so he should be expired. This is where he went in. We'll see if we can follow the blood trail and lead us down to him. There he is, guys. There he is. Just got up here to the deer. Really excited. It's been a few years since I got to take a deer, you know, run the Tine Outfitters, which I love to do. Leaves you a little bit of time to hunt. And I come early, just laid the smack down on this beautiful 10. Drizzling rain a little bit. Got a little nasty at first. Sun popped out. Absolutely beautiful after that. Look behind me, and there he was. This is what Ohio hunting's all about, guys. Tine Outfitters, Longshot TV. This is how we get it done, baby.
Beautiful deer, Ryan.
That's awesome.
Beautiful deer. You're gonna be tickled to death.
You daggone right.
That is awesome. You deserve that one, man.
Man, that's awesome. I mean, I could not be happier. Ah, such a beautiful animal.
Ryan definitely made the right decision. He went, he felt this in his heart that it was going to happen today. And sure enough, he got the job done, and I'm proud of him. Just wish I could have been sitting beside him to capture all this on camera. And it ends up scoring right at a 150-inch 10-pointer. I mean, a beautiful buck. So I'm really excited. Ryan's got a nice buck on the ground. He's got me pumped up. My wife's flying into town, and she's going to try, hopefully get an opportunity to take her first buck with her Matthews bow. We're actually going to be hunting out of a ground blind, and I highly recommend if you hunt out of a ground blind, you know, spend a lot of time practicing setting down, not standing up in a tree, because it is a little different whether you're setting low to the ground or whether you're up in a tree. So we practiced setting down a lot just where she felt really comfortable.
If you draw a straight line right here where the bottom legs come up, I like coming back off the front shoulder just a little bit. So pretty much anything from there back, because these deer are a lot bigger up north here than, you know, some deer down south. And with the poundage you're shooting, you definitely don't want to shoot a deer in the shoulder. You ain't gonna get no penetration. You're not gonna kill the deer.
We got a ground blind brushed in really good, and it's sitting over a CRP field, and these bucks are passing through here in the afternoon. There's been a couple different bucks coming through with a bunch of does.
It's October 25th. Me and Lindsay just got settled in the ground blind here. We checked the cutting back camera on the way in. Had a really nice 8-pointer, probably 140 inches. This is definitely a mature buck, and it will be a great buck for Lindsay to take with her Matthews bow.
So we've been sitting here in the ground blind for a while, and it's been pretty quiet, no movement. And the sun was just gleaming in the window of the ground blind. I mean, just almost blinding. It was so bright. And all of a sudden, we're just sitting there, and I turned and looked out, and I saw a doe coming. And I mean, it was coming right. I was like, where did that deer come from so fast? I was just looking out the window and nothing. was just kind of scanning with my eyes, you know, looking out over the tree line where the CRP meets the thick woods, and all of a sudden I just saw like a statue standing there.
You see him? Keep your calm. Stay, this is a monster. Just take your time. Just stay cool.
So my heart goes to race. I can hear her heart pounding too, and we're like, if this buck would just come on in right here where this doe is, she can get a nice shot on this buck. And I got the camera dead on him, and Lindsay's already got her bow in hand, just sitting there anxious and ready.
Remember your first pin.
And he's within about 25 yards of us now. Definitely in shooting range. We just got to wait for this buck to turn for Lindsay to get an air behind his shoulder. He turned, and you know, I was kind of thinking maybe he was going to walk a little further out of range. I had to stop this deer, so I just grunted at him real fast, and he stopped. And when he stopped, he was kind of quartering away.
To keep up with all the hunting action, check us out on the web. Longshot TV is being presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need. Boss Buck Non-Typical, now you're getting serious. Matthews Bows, catch us if you can. Millennium Tree Stands, pioneers of the exceptional hunting experience. Retreat Myrtle Beach, full-service sales and vacation rentals. Ask about our Longshot TV discount. Voyager Deep Sea Fishing and Dolphin Cruises, the finest fleet in the Myrtle Beach area. And by Yellowfin. Build your legacy.
Lindsay just put an awesome shot on this nice 8-point buck, and I felt really good about it, but she actually thought that it was a quartering away shot, and the way it looked like she shot the deer in the backhand. We pulled out, and she was kind of upset and bothered, thinking she made a bad shot, so we went to the lodge, and I told the guys and everything what went on, and you know, Lindsay couldn't really enjoy the excitement because she was just so nervous about making a bad shot. So we plugged the camera into the TV, reviewed the footage, and actually, I mean, she couldn't have made a better shot. It was just that the angle the deer was quartering away, where the broadhead went in, and what she saw was the fletching and the knock of the arrow when it was running away. It was kind of bouncing, and as the deer was running away, the fletching was bouncing right there at his back ham.
Looks like a good red blood, a good hit. Here's your arrow right here, Lindsay. Yeah. Oh, it looked like it did it to him. Broadhead opened up, did its job. Arrow's covered in red blood right there. Oh, there he is. Look, Lindsay. Oh my God. Well, we just found Lindsay's big old 8-point buck. Couldn't be more happier. He only went about 50 yards. It was actually a much better shot than I thought. Here he lays, just a beautiful deer. I know Lindsay's tickled to death. This is her first buck ever with her Matthews bow, and biggest by far. So I think she's thrilled to death, and it was just one heck of a hunt. What you think about him?
I'm happy. Definitely happy.
I mean, he's got nice G2s and 3s, and just a beautiful deer.
With a couple nice bucks on the ground, the whitetail season was off to a great start at Tine. Chris and Jack have made it to camp and are eager to get in the stand in hopes of getting a shot at a world-class buck.
After about the third day, we had a cold front that was actually expected to come in with wind chill factors right around the 0 mark, with the temperature being in the teens. My dad, who's 79, doesn't really like to hunt in cold weather. He had to leave on that Saturday, so I think it was about, like I said, about the third day into the hunt. He had a pretty nice deer that actually came by. He got a good view of it. And then he said it came back by him a second time, and after the second time, it presented him a pretty good shot.
You shot him? I think I did. Okay. But I passed on him the first time because I thought he was marginal. You came back again about an hour later, and Got 4 points on one side, and I thought it might have been that 10 pointer out.
That's not the monster, but it's a nice 10 we got on camera.
Oh, you've been dead a while.
Congratulations.
Well, thanks.
On a nice deal. We're glad we could get you a buck. When was the last time you took one?
In Iowa.
In Iowa? How long ago was that?
3 years ago.
3 years ago. Well, I'm glad to see you could get back at it, put another great shot on one.
He just cut a big, huge cornfield just that way. I don't know if it's northeast, southwest, who knows. All the great hunters know, they give you the directions. All I know, it's that way. But anyway, and Wade said the bedding area is that way. So he's got me way, way back in here. He promised me there was some big ones here, so we'll see. And I'm just going to enjoy a wonderful evening hunt here in November. Trust me, I was wanting to take some meat home, but I just thought it was probably a young one since the deer up here are so big.
Lo and behold, the deer that him and Ryan were talking about, a potential 190, 200 inch deer, I actually saw him right about dusk dark. Got my camera on him, got some pretty good footage of him, but I don't know if you've ever got a chance to see a deer in the mid 190s, an incredible sight. It was just a blessing to be up there at Tine hunting. After that great encounter with that buck, the weather turned bad and it got miserably cold.
Seen a lot of deer this morning. It's been windy, really windy. I guess 15 to 20 knots per miles an hour.
And so that actually ended up, my time was actually up in Ohio. Had a great hunt with Tine Outfitters, Wade Long and Ryan Thompson up in Logan, Ohio. What an incredible time. I look forward to 2014 season up there. What a great place they actually had. Congratulations, Jack, once again on a great buck that you killed. I'm proud to be your son.